Hey there, I'm Ron. And are you struggling to keep your team aligned, manage tasks efficiently, and streamline workflows? Welcome to projectmanager.com, the platform for project management that helps businesses stay organized and productive. Whether you are managing a small team or overseeing large-scale project, project management can provide all the tools you need to track progress, assign tasks, and collaborate seamlessly. Now here, before moving forward, just go to Google, search for Project Manager, and you will land up here. Now just go to this official page here. Make sure you go to the pricing because obviously it's going to play a main role here. So, Project Manager gives you three plans. The first one is a team, second one is a business, the third one is an enterprise here. Right now, this is a first plan that is a $14. The second one is a $26 per month, right? And you can come to this website, you can compare each and every feature by yourself, right? Now let's go and click on start free trial, which is from the top right side corner. So just go here, write your name. So I will just write my name here. Now your last name, now your company name, right? Your email address and your phone number. Click on start free trial. Then you have to click and make sure you create your strong password here, right? And just go and click on create password. Now here it will ask you, let's customize your workspace, what bring you here today, whether it's business, school or personal. You can choose any one of this option here. Pick your company industry. Now let's say it's regarding software and IT. So here it will go more specific now what it is regarding. So we can just go to the sales and marketing, right? Design and creative. If you choose any wrong option, you can just go to design here. Now you can invite your team member, right? Because obviously all your team member are just going to work here. So you can choose any of the option and give right here in their email address. If you don't want to, you can skip this part, it's fine. Now here you can see here pick a template. So why a template? So you can see here you don't need to start from scratch. You can just simply go and choose the option, right? By the way, let's go. I will just want a marketing plan here, so I will just go here. Let's say I want a marketing campaign, so I can just go and click on marketing campaign, and easily it will create a template. By the way, if you don't want to go with the template, it's fine. You can just go and click on scratch, right? And this is the dashboard, what it's going to look like. Now let's get started with the home, right? And I will show you each and every, and as well as I will explain you each and every feature here. So in the home, this is my summary. So in the home side, you can see left side, there's a much more option and menus, which will go through here. On the top, there's a lot more menus and options. So we'll go one by one here. Now this is my summary. So whatever which is happening in your team, in your company, in your workspace, whatever you can call inside the dashboard, will show up exactly here. Right now you will get each and every information. By the way, for those who don't know what is a projectmanager.com, you can see here the name says it all, is an all-in-one project management tool designed to help businesses plan, execute and monitor projects very efficiently. Very first thing, that there's a task management. Obviously we will go and talk and discuss, and I will show you practical one by one here. This is a Gantt charts, there's a team collaboration, time tracking, reporting tools, and there's a lot more. So as I told you, this will give you complete information, right? Eagle eye view or bird eye view, whatever you can say here. Now this is a team summary. So this is my summary. So for example, if you're working an employee and using a project manager, so if you have been assigned some task which show up here, how many tasks you have completed, how many hours you have taken to complete that task, and whether it is on the track or it is in a due date, whatever it is, right? So it will show you everything here. Now what's the daily task? So if you have any task for today, will show up here. Now this is a team summary. Now exactly, if you're working in a team, let's say you are in a content team making videos, it will show exactly all this information here, right? And same way in how it will show in your my summary, it will show up in team summary. Now this is a portfolio summary. So if you have a portfolio, will show up exactly here. For those who are getting confused what is a portfolio, no worries, I will explain you each and everything. So as we have seen, the setup process is very straightforward even for beginners, and ensure you're ready to start managing tasks right away. Now that your account is set up, let's divide and creating an assigned task, right? So first of all, we just need to go and create a task here. And this is a list and this is a board. Now all your assignment will be show up in your one place as it says. Now let's go to the board section, right? Now let me show you, just given to show how it's looks. So this is a portfolio. You here you can see that this is how it's look in the board menu. This is how it's look in the list menu, right? So for example, there's in the board, this is similar to the Kanban. For example, these are the tasks which has been assigned to a different team, a specific people here. These are the works which is in the task which is in the in design. This is in the production and they're ready for approval, right? And there's a more. For example, once it's done, you can just move it to the done section, and you can create a new column, and you can just move there. For example, I can just move the done here, ready to approval here in this way, right? It's pretty easy. You can do it here. This is really flexible. Right now, for example, you can see here define strategy. So the list is it is just a way to show you. For example, here design asset, right? So every information will show you up in a different way. For example, I like the board feature. This is how it's look. If you like the Gantt, so here you can see here it will show you in the Gantt way. Right now, this is really easy. And same way, if you like to view this all this information in a sheet, so it will show you up in a sheet. Now this is a dashboard, will show up each and every information regarding this project. So we are working in a project, you can call this as a portfolio. So as I told you, this is like a folder, and inside a folder, it will show you each and everything, right? So let's get started. First of all, we will make a new here, and you can just go to the new, you can create a task, meeting, project, or whatever it is. So let's click and click on create project. Now this is, I will just create here file x express. Right now everybody can say it, and I can import file. I can start with the template, as I told you, the template which I just shown you. So this is a marketing campaign template. Now click on create project. So I started with a very specific. Now you can see here this is a new project. So inside a portfolio, you can just work on a simultaneously on a different projects. It's fine, you can just toggle, or you can just shuffle between whichever the folders. It will show you the summary and everything here. Now let's go and create a task, right? So I will just go and click on this is a board. Let's go to the board here. Let's go to the add task here. Now inside the add task, we can just write, for example, create create a script for project manager video, right? And once I press the enter, a task has been created. Now once I go and click on this card, you can see here there's a lot more information has been added. So if it is done, obviously I can go and click on set progress to 100%. But if I want to assign to a different set of people to my team, so I can just go to the assignee, and here I can select, right, in this way. Now for example, this is a priority, so this is a very high priority, this is a high priority, so you can set it, right, depending upon how much priority this task demands for. So it's a high priority. I can write a description. So I can just write here, please add some details into script, right? In this way I can just write it and whatever. For example, this is a task. Now I want to create a subtask. So to do this main task, to create a script, obviously we need a research. So I'll just write here, research the topic. I can press this enter, and I can just make a new subtask here. For example, also refine the dashboard, right? So whatever it is, now I can just put a tag. So tag is going to be, let's say SAS tutorials. Click on create new. So this tag is really useful because it helped me to search a very specific, right? And here you can just add a subtask. This is a to-do list, and to-do list and subtask is pretty much simple. Let's say I'll just copy this up and create a subtask here, press the enter. But the why this subtask is really useful. So to-do list is something you can just add it. I don't know how you can use it, but depending upon how your team is using, they can use it. But I like this subtask much more. For example, to create this task, create a script, there is a different researcher. Now there's a different guy who will just go and look into the tutorials. So they can just write here, research this topic, and I can assign, let's say Jennifer is a researcher. So I will just go and click on select your researcher, right? But in the to-do list, I cannot select it, right? I cannot assign the specific task here. I can put a deadline. So I want the deadline to be on 23rd, right? And it should be, there should be 8 hours, right? And they can also, if they just go and click on this icon, it will open up into a new task here, right? So as you can see here, this is has been created a new task. So this is how you can just create it, and that is why I just like the subtask. Right now this is a high priority. I can add all this information. I can add and drop the images and links, and there's a much more information in just a single dashboard. Now, if you see carefully, you will see this percentage icon, right? Now, what is this percentage icon? So this percentage icon shows the completion bar to monitor task status. Now, this tool ensure your task is organized and assigned efficiently. Now, for example, let's say that you are working on this task, or let's say your team is working, so they can just move to what doing, and once it's done, they can just move to done. And let's say there's a review, so I will just write here review, and there's a one more column, let's say upload, right? So once they have done the review, they can just move to the upload. So once they are in the done, they can just go and click on done, complete the task. So this task has been completed. Now they can simply just go and move it to the upload section. So this is how it's work, and this is how you can use it. Pretty simple, right? And I can just view the same in the list, right, in the Gantt sheet, and there's a lot more. Now if I just go to the dashboard, it will show me the exact dashboard of the only of this portfolio, right? Now, what's the difference between this dashboard and what is the difference between the home dashboard, right, in the My Summary? So let me just give you a simple difference. So this dashboard of the Filex Express will show all this information regarding only this project, right? Only this project. It will not give me any information about the marketing campaign, right? And if there's a much more project, if there's another project, it will not give me a single information about this. But in the home section, if I'm working on a three project, so it will show me everything here, right? For example, this is regarding this task, is regarding this project, it is in the due date, is you can see here, right? For example, there was a one task assigned in the file, it is done, but in the marketing campaign, it has been assigned, but you can see here only 3%, 35% has been completed. So in this way, it's become really clear, and in a very simpler way, we can just check this up. Now this is, if I just go to the Filex Express here, there's a create, there's a task, right? What's the progress? Same way in this different project, it is showing me what is happening, the workload and everything, right? And I can just upload the files here, the risk and everything. So that is much more useful and pretty cool. Now, collaboration is really important. Now, what I mean by collaboration? So, collaboration is a to keep, it's a key to keep your team aligned and productive. You can use team chats, right? And you can use the built-in messaging tool to communicate. You can upload documents and images, which are shown you in the file folder, right? You can simply just go and click on create meeting, and you can set a meeting, and you can have a meeting with the internal as well as with your client, right? And you can just invite your team members to in your folder on your in your project, right? You can enable timesheet to monitor our workload and improve resources, which is in the time section. So if I go to the time section, before starting, I can just add a task, right? So for example, let's add a task here, all other tasks, click on here, right? And I can just copy the last row, right? Whatever else, I can just add a task. So let's just go and click on here, click on, let's say this is regarding the admin, right? Click on add. Now the task has been added. Now they can just write here that they have worked for 5 hours on Monday, right? 7 hours on Tuesday. So it will show me exactly, and as the days pass on, you can see here, you can save all this data, right? And that is really useful. So your team can save all this data, and it will show up everything here, right? Now in the team section, all your team members will show, and how many tasks has been assigned to them, it will show up here. It's pretty easy. You can set up automated reminders and deadlines and task update. So these tools ensure seamless communication and efficient teamwork. Finally, projectmanager.com provide powerful reporting tool to help you analyze performance and make data-driven decisions. Monitor task completion rates, budget usage, and team productivity. You can create reports on project status and workload, right, and resources allocation. You can export the data in PDF or Excel, right? So that is much more easy, and you can just do it in a very, very simpler way. You can use insights to optimize workflow and improve further projects. So this tool help you stay on screen and on time and make smarter decisions. And there you have it, a complete step-by-step guide to manage tasks, teams, and workflows with projectmanager.com. Whether you're tracking progress, collaborating with your team, and analyzing performance, Project Manager help you with each and everything. This is it, guys. I hope you found this video very useful. Subscribe.